So recently I've been playing a bit of Resident Evil Revelations 2, and it's safe to say I've been having a load of fun taking the mickey out of spooky schoolgirl Natalia's special power.
Who left me to die, Barry? You did.
Round 3, fight!
While most video game characters get awesome special moves like fireballs, lightning fingers, or concrete. Okay, maybe not concrete, but you get the idea. While most characters get these ace moves, Barry Burton's sidekick wields the awesome power of pointing. The fact that she can also lob bricks at enemies' heads pales in comparison next to her ability to point at stuff on the floor, or stuff on monsters, or just stuff in general. I mean, come on, pointing, that's got to be the most useless special power in video games ever, right? Right? Well, no, it turns out I'm actually wrong, because when I started to think about it, I realised that plenty of games feature forefingers in one way or another. Take the acest of attorneys, Phoenix Wright. This guy has made a career out of pointing. You know that if Phoenix points an accusing finger in your direction, you must have done something pretty bad. But still, pointing and shouting isn't that much of a special power, is it? I mean, in the case of Phoenix, one of these might send you straight to the slammer, but it's hardly the most violent of moves.
Objection!
Alright, so maybe it is. In Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Phoenix Wright sits amongst the roster of bonkers brawlers, and while he loves laying the smackdown with stacks of legal documents, the real damage comes when he extends his index finger. Phoenix's level 3 hyper combo finisher is the one to watch out for though. It features 2 brutal finger points that will KO even the toughest of enemies.
It's time to pay for your crimes! Take this!
Hyper Combo KO! Player 1 wins!
Surprisingly, Phoenix isn't the only character in a beat-em-up to utilise pointing as a powerful move. In Super Smash Bros. Melee, returning boss character Master Hand is joined by his left-handed alter ego Crazy Hand. Both have a host of hand-themed moves ranging from punches to happy slaps, and of course each wields an obligatory poke move that delivers damage to the player from the tip of a pointed finger. While both of those are great examples of special-powered pointers, the most devastating forefinger in the whole of video game land has to belong to Wusen, one of the 7 deities from Asura's Wrath.
We 7 deities rule and maintain.
After having his portly ass handed to him by our hero Azura, Wusen, who I'm guessing might be slightly prone to overreacting, transforms into the godlike form of Gongan Wusen, dwarfing their world Gaia with his planet-sized potbelly and impressive man boobs.
I am Wusen of the 7 deities.
Then, in a bid to squish Azura like a bug, Gongan Wusen punctures Gaia's atmosphere with his moon-sized Peter Pointer, laying waste to a huge chunk of continent in the process. Pointing, however, doesn't have to be about throwing accusations or asserting power. In the real world, pointing is a great way to humiliate someone, as is masterfully demonstrated by the prod move in Team 17's Worms games. Getting a super sheep in the face or falling onto a landmine are painful ways to go for sure, but in Worms the real punishment comes from the shame of having your favourite worm gently prodded off the edge of a cliff into the drink. Boink! Insta-kill. It's the video game equivalent of a slap in the face, and it's made all the worse if the perpetrator is sat next to you gloating over their cheap but effective kill. The casual way the enemy worm executes the prod adds insult to injury, highlighting the fact that you were such an easy kill and dumb enough to leave yourself in such a vulnerable position. The comedy boink noise that accompanies the poke, that's the final nail in the coffin of shame, hammered in by the laughter of your friends. So then, it turns out pointing isn't such a dumb special move after all. In some cultures it might be considered rude, but in video games it can be used for anything from showing you where the goodies are stashed to saving your life. It can be used to punish or protect, to humiliate or to help. So from now on, I'm going to treat pointing with the respect it deserves. I'm sorry, Natalia, I'll never make fun of you again.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
How did it feel to you?
Let me think.
Don't think. Feel. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.